Hi everyone, my name is Paul and I welcome you to this testimonial page, and I'm going to go through a little bit after my own personal testimonial about how to use this page to best evaluate if this is a product that you're willing to try and get involved with. Our story started back in December 24th, literally Christmas Eve of December 24th, 2017. A buddy of mine called me and said, have you heard about HGH? Have you heard about, hormone replacement therapy? And I said, Joe, as a matter of fact, I did injectable HGH. So about 10 years ago, I went through my midlife crisis. I'm 55. And I was doing, at 45, I did injectable testosterone and injectable HGH, and I absolutely loved it. I was spending about $1,500 a month on the HGH and about $500 to $600 a month on the testosterone injections, which was kind of expensive, guys. But I did it for about 2 years. I got an amazing shape. I felt good. Maybe overdid it a little bit, but I saw the value. So when this product came along, that was a topical gel with an FDA registration, and you just rub it on your skin, not only was I interested to give it a shot and get back into getting my HGH levels proper again, but Linda said, look, as long as I don't have to inject anything, I'll try it. A cream, no problem. About 4 or 5 of my buddies said the same thing. Like, look, if I can return it, get my money back, I'll give it a shot. So we jumped in with both feet, and there is a business component to this, but we really weren't interested in that. We're traditional business owners. But we started using the product, and after about a week and a half or so, Linda was starting to feel some of the results, sleep issues, and you'll hear tons and tons about that. And then about 2.5 weeks in, she was getting some more results. Find her testimonial. It's really worth talking about, because that's what changed our mind drastically of how we handled this product. Now, fast forward 3 weeks, I said, Lynn, I think it's great, but I think I need the injections. I'm a big guy, 6'2", 240. I just don't think it's going to work for me, Then going about 3.5 weeks, I'm ready to give up, and I basically am sitting on the beach in Florida, and on a beach blanket, and a sea turtle walks out of the ocean, sits down next to me, lights a cigar, and starts having a full-blown conversation. And I realize I'm having the most intense dream I've had since I was probably 8 years old. And that's when I knew. In fact, Linda, the next morning, I get up at 5 o'clock every morning like clockwork. It doesn't matter where we are. We could be on the East Coast, the West Coast. I get up at 5 o'clock. So the next morning, I get up. It's 8:30. Right? Linda said I snored. I never snore. Right? There's somebody else in our family who snores, but it's not me. But I snored, she said. First I was talking in my sleep, then I was snoring, and then I was out cold and didn't get up till 8:30 the next morning. I had an amazing night's sleep, and that was the beginning of my journey. I have a torn rotator cuff in my right shoulder, and if you look at this, if anybody, you guys out there, have ever had a torn rotator cuff, you'll know that if you get into a certain position, which I cannot even find anymore, you would get this lightning-like pain in your shoulder that you couldn't even move. I'm standing at my bar right now, so here's a thing of Hendrick's gin, and I could do a lateral straight. I couldn't lift a gallon of milk straight out in front of me. Now a curl, like a bicep curl, not a problem. But when I had that straight out arm motion, I would have no ability, no strength, and I would get this weird, almost like a painful, funny bone pain in my shoulder, or however to describe it. Maybe I'm just not good at describing it. But when that started to diminish, and here's how I found that was working. I would lay on my left side every night, and I would stack pillows up underneath my right arm, and I would literally sleep like that, immobile the entire night. It was the only way I was able to get a decent night's sleep. Maybe about 2 months in, I woke up on my right side. I was a little stiff in the morning, but I woke up sleeping the entire night on my right side, and I knew that was really happening for me. So that's my testimonial, guys. There's so much other things, my energy, my mood level. I'm 55, sometimes your butt drags a little bit. So here's the purpose of this. Don't just take my word for it. I want you to go through all of these testimonials, find the thing that appeals to you, and see if you want to give this product a try. I'm telling you that it changed our lives. Please find Linda's testimonial. It even made us take this seriously as a business. So the purpose of this is for you to do a fact-finding mission. Now, you can go on Google and do your research, and here's what I tell people about Google. There are going to be pro HGH and SOMADERM articles. There are going to be negative SOMADERM and HGH articles overall. They've been using things like this in Japan for 30 years, right? And then you can have outright hit jobs. What I'm going to tell you is there's not a single thing on there that is basically not someone selling something else. So when I did my research, I went in and I researched true Mayo Clinic articles on HGH. I researched the pluses and the minuses. You know, I already did injectables, right? So when I did that, I noticed that most of the stuff, most people read the first headline on Google, and this is this or this is that, and then it's some guy selling something, okay? So understand that, do real honest research for yourself, because this is something. Also, if you see all of these claims and you say, how could one product do so much? Guys, it doesn't. What we're doing is getting you into homeostasis, getting your adrenals and your pituitary and your thyroid, getting everything functioning properly, right, for wellness. And then once you're doing that, your body is a perfect machine. It's going to take care of the rest on its own. We didn't have arthritis issues and everything when we were kids. We didn't have certain these pains and mystery pains and things happening when we were younger, when our HGH levels are naturally higher. So increased levels of HGH are associated with so many positive things. And as long as you do it good. Here's microdosing too. Teeny tiny weeny drop in the ocean, right? We talk about a teeny tiny weeny drop in the ocean. And that's, how could that do anything? Guys, think of it this way. You're just sending a little signal to your pituitary to say, hey, wake up. I'd like a little bit more effort out of you this week. So would you please give me a little bit more of my naturally occurring HGH? And that's the value. What you're using here is naturally occurring in your body. We're trying to boost your own production to levels where you're going to feel better and look better. So how to use the info? You basically got the idea, see what relates to you, see if it makes sense for you to try it. There's a 100% money back guarantee. So what do you do first? What I want you to do is go back and listen into the testimonials, right? And then just think about some of your things that you would like to see if it works. We don't know if you're going to get something associated with, let's say, change of life, or your hair or your skin or your nails. We don't know these things that increased levels of HGH are associated with, which one's going to happen for you first, or if at all. But at least we have in the 90 percentile of people who are getting results, and many of them within the first bottle in the first couple of weeks. So that's pretty good, right? We're not expecting you to be on this thing for 12 months and say, well, what'd you think? You know, we want to try to get you some results out of the first bottle. So work with us on how you're using the product. But commit to 3 months. Commit to giving your body 3 months on this product, not only to see the increasing gains, but so you could really realize. A lot of people don't realize until they stop feeling something what it's doing for them. So the next thing I do want to do is I want to thank you for being on here and do the work. You are interested, otherwise you won't be here. There's some other videos on there if you want to dive a little deeper. Linda and I have made a significant multiple six-figure income with this, and I don't want to get salesy on you, but I had no interest in that until we saw it was doing it. And when we talked to one person, and one became 2, and 2 became 5, and then it became explosive to thousands of people all over the country that are feeling like we do. This is the new economy, folks. This is how things are done today. The days of the gold watch and 30 years at a single company don't exist. The millennials have the social media and these things figured out where, you know, everyone is recommending something else, a restaurant, a movie. You know, that's how things are done today. And we find that that has been very, very successful for us. So we'll be more than happy to help you. If you're watching this, that means somebody thought enough of you to invite you here to see this. I want you to get back with that person. That person can literally get myself or Linda or many of our other people that have been on this product for a long time to get on a call with you and then answer any questions you may have. All I ask you to do is take a super hard look at something that literally have changed my life. Thank you so much.